Festivities to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the Boston Marathon start line in Hopkinton kicked off at a community breakfast.
So the reason we're here is to thank Alexandra of Denmark, who was at one point the Queen of England. And you're saying, well, what the heck does she have to do with this? Well, in the it was at the 1981, I think it was, Olympics held in London. She decided that she thought it would be a good idea for the marathon organizers to start the marathon in front of the palace. Up until that point, the marathon had been run over sometimes 24 miles, 25, that sort of thing. But it's because of her insistence, because she wanted the young people who lived in the palace to see the start of the marathon. It's because of her insistence that the length of the race was changed and then became formalized. And in 1924, the BAA moved the start of the race to comply with that distance change from Ashland, and our dear friends in Ashland, who we remember last year actually, moved the race from Ashland to Hopkinton. And I believe the Brown family had some say. They could have gone in a very different direction, but came to Hopkinton.
Since 1924, when the 26.2 marathon distance became official, the event start has been nestled around Hopkinton Common on one of the most beautiful settings for a global event to start in. For a century, Hopkinton and the BAA have been both proud to say, it all starts here. The community of Hopkinton and the 26.2 Foundation has welcomed the world each and every year on Patriots Day, opening their businesses and homes to participants from near and very, very far. When you look around Hopkinton, you can see the sense of pride. The statues of Team Hoyt, the blue and gold colors, and the unicorns that spring up throughout the town, you can't help but to feel the magic that is the marathon. Another chapter in Hopkinton to Boston race will be written this year, building on the preceding 99 years of road racing history. We are thankful for the collaboration that has occurred between the BAA and all of our partners in this room within the community to make sure that this race in Hopkinton's history is, of course, one to remember. To give the 100th anniversary some context, more than 800,000 athletes have finished the Boston Marathon over the last century. Each and every one of them started their journey right here, and surrounded by smiling and supportive community members. Come rain or shine, but mostly rain, Hopkinton has started the world's oldest annual marathon in style. So far this year, 35 athletes from Hopkinton are entered and ready to toe the starting line in April. In addition to more than 75 volunteers from Hopkinton have already applied to support them on their journey. These numbers are sure to grow as the community steps in to lend a hand, as they always do, to make sure that the first 1.9 miles of the route in Hopkinton will be extra special for the 100th. On behalf of my colleagues at the BAA and thousands of volunteers and participants, we thank the 26.2 Foundation and the people of Hopkinton for helping make the first 1.9 miles of the entire Boston Marathon course what it is today, one of the most iconic athletic events in the world. Thank you so much for having us here, and we appreciate everything that you do, and you are priority number one in my book.
The new 100th anniversary logo was also revealed.
But the idea is to try to capture the 100th, try to capture the fact that the race is starting here for so long, tried to capture, without fringing on anyone's legal rights, property, and that sort of thing, a logo that captures the Hopkinton to Boston spirit, the fact that this is a pretty unique stretch of road. So we've now created this logo, which we will be sharing with all of you. Thank you. She suffered with this.
Can you change this?
Activity organizers showed off some upcoming marathon-related activities the community will be able to experience.
And our final initiative, we actually rolled out last year as just to sort of feel it out, and we're really going to be fleshing out this year. It's a start line experience. And again, for all of those people who are visiting Hopkinton, this is an opportunity for them to see all of the amazing artwork that's around the common. We now have the Hoyt sculpture. They'll be installing this year the Bobby Gibbs sculpture down by the common, George Brown, and it will be a self-guided art tour. It will begin at the HCA with a video about the 100 years and the 100 stars from Hopkinton. And there'll be memorabilia. Hopefully Spencer the dog will come back. I don't know if you were able to see him last year. And then people can take on their phones, there'll be QR codes, and they can learn about the history of the sculpture, the artists of the sculpture. So a wonderful experience to learn about all these wonderful initiatives, many of which that were supported by the 2642 Foundation. And then they'll be able to go to Startline Brewery for a little lunch. So a nice day, we're hoping, for everyone.
You can view the full presentation airing on HCAM or at our YouTube page, youtube.com/HCAMTV.